to lean in.
What's up, everybody? We are back after a week off since Bravo decided to give us a break from the stress and mess that is Housewives of New Jersey. Jamie, Cortez, how are y'all doing today?
I wish I had another week off. They could have kept this episode in the
Well,
vault.
we only got 2 more.
Oh, look at God.
So it's confirmed to have 13 episodes only.
Okay. Because I feel like I've been watching the same episode for the last 10 weeks.
Yeah, Sammy told me today we got 2 more episodes.
How does Sammy know? Sammy got production connections or something?
He talks to the blogs.
Sammy talked to Candy. And she got business, so you know.
Cool. I mean, No, I'm saying they usually only have like 15 episodes anyway. So
15, 16.
What's 13? 2 less. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. But welcome, everybody. We thank you for tuning in. Again, make sure you like and subscribe so you can be in the know of what's going on. We don't have any other shows coming up right now after Jersey's done, right? We have the
No, I think that when this ends, I'm pretty sure Salt Lake City will probably start around like this September. You know,
they're supposed to drop a trailer next week, I think.
Okay, so yeah, it would be Salt Lake City. Other than that, yeah. And then Potomac should be wrapping up soon.
Potomac.
Well, Potomac is wrapping up soon too, so they'll probably start later on as well. But when they come, they'll come down. Until then,
I wouldn't mind them layering it. Give us 2.5 months.
We're having a breather now. Hallelujah! Because that season was rough, but we made it. Dear God, I'm here.
Danny, your season wore me real, just so you know, I don't know if he's delayed, but it's kind of like choppy.
They were doing some work in the area, so I don't know,
Well,
but I'm making.
Let's hope it stays. You the only one with notes.
Okay.
Let's hope Daddy stays connected.
Well, on that note, let's jump on in. So, I don't ever cover them little scenes. I don't want to talk about the food this kid playing and having to clean up the mess. So we just gonna dive right to the first scene. So Melissa and Joe take her mom out to dinner. They start talking about some things. They order drinks. The mom orders a Cosmo. Joe orders a margarita. Then she decides she's gonna have a margarita too after the Cosmo. And they talk a little bit, and it turns out she's dating again. They start talking about her living with him, but she doesn't want to live with him because having become a widow twice, she doesn't ever want to take care of another man again. Melissa and Joe tell her that the power of the P might make this man want to be with her, but her mom corrects them, saying it's the golden P, since she is in her golden years. Ew. They talk some about the Envy fashion show, which Melissa, is nervous about, but she says she's nervous about it in an excited kind of way. And that's pretty much that scene. Anything here for you guys? Cortez, Jamie, anything you want to mention?
Did they give us anything?
My only comment from this scene was that it actually was, it made Melissa interesting to watch, seeing her mom. It was like, oh, she's not such a bad little woman.
Yeah.
The mom's not. The mom's an angel.
The mom is too, but I'm saying like Melissa, just seeing her interaction with her in the house, I was like, oh, I guess you see so much of Melissa and the things she does, as to Teresa and Joe and that type of stuff. So it's all you really see, but it's good to see a softer side of her that's like outside of being on some get back evil shit,
Yeah, I would be interested in seeing a whole season of this. Like, she obviously still can't carry a show with just her life, but it was nice to see something else.
Yeah, I agree.
I was almost this close to being interested in seeing how Joe reacts, knowing that both of his parents are gone. This is the only parental figure that he has left. Obviously, he has a close relationship with the woman. But it's one of those things of it's just like, I've had to endure years and years and years of you actively ostracizing the one family member you have left and playing victim on it. Like, I'm sorry. I don't really care if you want that lady getting laid or not. Order your margarita and let's move on.
Tell us how you really feel, Jamie.
It's just too little, too late.
Dang.
Cortez, you were going to say something?
Nope.
Okay. So we'll move right on along. Marge comes to visit Dolores, and she brings her little gift. And I think it was very intentional that she discussed. She dove right in talking about Joe's possible cancer scare, because that makes things a little soft and probably takes the claws away from Dolores. But after it goes, Dolores dives right on into the things that Jackie was saying that Marge said, and Marge says, "I've never talked about you, but let me tell you what I did say about Paulie." And she said that she was upset that after the reunion, she saw them eating with Trey and Louie, and she says she bet it's because of Paulie, because Margaret feels that Paulie prefers them over her. Dolores says, "No, that's not the case. As a matter of fact, Paulie told me to call you, and I did, and it went straight to voicemail like it did many, many, many times." And Margaret explains, that I just needed a break, after all this. And Dolores, every time I talk about Marge, I just get. And Dolores says that Marge does run her mouth, but she needs to be careful about who she runs her mouth to. And then they show this montage of Marge running her mouth out about lots of people. And then Margaret then tells Dolores that she's going to have one last conversation with Jackie, a one and done, and tell her, "Don't be downing me, don't be talking bad about me, about my character." Cortez, I will start with you. Anything about this scene?
So I titled this "Marge Scared of Dolores" because it's the first time where I actually saw, I don't know, a little fear and concern out of Marge as relates to her, because it was the fact that she said she didn't say anything, and then Dolores was like, "Are you sure?" And she was like, "Well, I did say," and that was told her at the last second that she said that it wouldn't happen if it was what she said what she say, her ex-husband or what's his name?
David.
David, when she made that comment, and so
Marge was about to rip her head off, or Dolores was about to rip her head off.
Right now, that's where it pissed me off, because I'm like, okay, like Dolores, I know it's supposed to be your friend, but it's your time. You need to let her have it. Like, let her know, don't do that ever again.
Yeah.
But you can definitely tell, even without her saying that, she definitely has some fear, because people always say that Marge has something on Dolores, but at the end of the day, I do believe that she may have something on her, but I don't think that she is scared of her. I think if it came down to it, she would approach her as she would anybody else. So that was good to see, Marge have a little fear, because she was definitely nervous in that conversation. She didn't know what kind of way, like, how was Dolores going to react. She didn't know what approach she was coming with. So it was good to see a little fear.
I Cortez, in that I think that Marge is scared of Dolores, because Dolores is actually, I think, a more powerful ally for her to have on the show than Melissa or anybody.
Yeah.
She needs Marge more than she needs the others.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Everybody says that, like, they're kind of getting annoyed of Dolo riding the fence and doing stuff, but whenever you take a neutral stance, or at least a seemingly neutral stance among two feuding friends groups, it really opens you up to these people allowing themselves to just let whatever comes out of their mouth fly around you. And knowing Marge's history with Teresa, Jackie, Melissa, anybody, I can almost guarantee that Marge has said a lot of things about anybody in front of Dolo. And we know Dolo has never been, a big fan of Jackie. She's never been a big fan of Melissa, well, at the beginning of the show. And I'm sure it's vice versa. I think Marge caught herself once it came out that she had been talking shit about Dolo, because the way that she repackaged that, we said this over the years, Marge don't back down whenever she talks mess. She'll tell you exactly what she said and she'll stand in it. She backed down a little bit and she repackaged that to make it nice. Well, I'm just concerned because I love Paulie and I feel Paulie don't really like me the way I love him. And I'm like, that's not what was said. You wore that man out. And I just wish Dolo had gone in on her a little bit harder.
I agree.
The wig was tugged, but only because Marge knew that it could get tugged harder. And I wish Dolo would have ripped her face to the floor.
I think it definitely could have been tugged harder. And I think that's why Marge was so nervous, because at the end of the day,
he was expecting it to be tugged harder, actually.
Yeah. And Jackie was her best friend, so that is a reliable source.
So Marge knows it's true.
The thing is, for Dolores, is that she finds Jackie more annoying than Marge, and then plus she actually saw the proof of Jackie calling her a slob, so it's just like, I think that was Marge's saving grace with Dolores, actually, that, she doesn't like Jackie as much. So now we move on to Danielle. We see her with her gorgeous husband, Nate. And she's having a conversation with him. She starts off by saying that Teresa's not going to be at the Kids Bop video shoot because of, her podcast around the same time. And then she goes on to say that Teresa doesn't have her back and nobody goes to bat for her. How Teresa didn't say that, she understands that, Jan's her friend too, but she could have said, hey, I know Danielle, that's not her character. That's not who she is. But either way, Danielle is excited because her daughter is about to star in a music video for Kids Bop. And Danielle then goes on to ask Nate if he invited her dad. He says he did, but he also said his dad will let him know if he can make it. Production asks Danielle why is Nate always reaching out instead of her. She tells them that, she isn't strong enough to do it herself. She's scared of being rejected. Apparently the dad can't come because her stepmom had some eyelid surgery. But if it's not that, the dog needs to have a vasectomy or...
Where is your scooter?
Yeah,
very that.
He needs to go shampoo and dry the grass outside. It's always something. So, Jamie, anything on this scene?
I know that I have dogged Danielle, and I think we're all in agreement that Danielle makes up a big percentage of the issue with her family. But hearing this story and seeing how the dad consistently will make up something, that whole family toxic as hell. Like, I did feel sorry for Danielle for her saying, like, I'm scared because what if I put myself out there and my dad just rejects me? So I could understand that. Like, he's toxic. She's toxic, the mama toxic, the son's toxic. Like, the only one good is Nate, and that's because he lost his parents and like genuinely loves her folks. So like, can we just get into therapy? Like just therapy. Get out of here and go to like celebrity, what is it, marriage counseling or boot camp, something.
Well, what's wrong with the mother? All she do is thrift on Facebook Marketplace.
She's a grifter. Good job.
Cortez.
I don't really have anything, but I mean, this is still a mystery. Like, who just said that? I think it was Antonio. I want to know what Danielle did. We don't know what she did, honestly. I mean,
I don't care at this point.
Right. I don't. Like, this storyline was so last year to me, and we didn't get to the bottom of it then, so I don't really care. I really don't. So I don't have anything to add to him, but I do enjoy Nate. He is nice.
He's level-headed too. Like, it's just he seems so cool, calm, cool, and collected.
I agree.
So then we have two small scenes here. We see Melissa and her fashion show prep. The big focus here really is her dealing with the seating chart because of Danielle and Jennifer Aiden. And then we cut to see Teresa and Jennifer Aiden talking about the live show for the podcast. Teresa mentions that Danielle can't attend though because it's the same time as the Kids Bop video shoot. Anything here?
No, not.
I cackled a little bit because Melissa said, y'all know I've been doing these fashion shows for a couple of years now, and it was a flashback scene of just 2 fashion shows 8 years ago. So I was like, oh, okay, girl, yeah, every year for a couple of years now. Okay.
Fashion show with no fashion.
No fashions.
So now we're at the day of Melissa's show, and we see her talking to the models, and she gets emotional. And it's always nice to see someone get emotional. I didn't think she was faking it. I felt it was sincere. And then she does proceed to give them a demo of how she wants them to walk the runway. And I was just flabbergasted that that's what she wanted. Hold on. Sorry. My note just... Okay. And Danielle and Nate are the first to arrive. They chit-chat for a bit. And Joe jokingly calls Danielle Mike Tyson. We then see the other girls, getting ready. Then Marge gets ready with the clothes Melissa sent her. Of course, there's so much emphasis on that this episode. And then we see the rest of the ladies beginning to arrive for the Envy show. Jen Fessler is talking about Rachel with Marge. And listen, Fessler is fed up with The Nightmare Before Christmas. She cannot take it anymore. She is just fed up. Like, if it was a pot boiling over water, it'd be Fessler right now. Danielle is asked if she will say hi to Jennifer. She quickly says she has nothing to say to her, and then we see a big old montage of Danielle having quite a lot to say about Jennifer. Jackie arrives, and like literally within 2 seconds, her and Marge begin to go back and forth. And after Marge gets her few words in, her digs in, she says, "I'm not going to go tit for tat with you." After she said what she had to say, she don't want to go tit for tat no more, and not to worry about it. Then Marge snidely asks Jackie if her shirt was from Envy, and Jackie says no. And Marge, kind of smugly points out that Melissa sent the three of them, Danielle, Rachel, and her, their dresses, which causes Jackie to sail spin and walk away. And it's interesting to see Fuda and Danielle just like taking so much glee in
cackling
in the way Jackie was feeling. She walks away. Then we see Frank talking about the loss of his dog, and that it ended up causing a delay in proposing to his girlfriend. There's a lot more at the fashion show, so I'll just take a break here. Mm-hmm. Cortez, any thoughts here?
I cackled at this. It was so mean, but it was so like funny the way that Marge was just like, it's like she was being so nice, nasty to Jackie. And I mean, clearly she has the upper hand and she's the actual official cast. Like, she's an actual holding what are they all meatballs?
The garbage bag.
What they hold. And so, but when she made that comment, like, our dresses, she gave us dresses for Envy, I hollered because it just really pissed Jackie off, and Jackie it hit her right when she wanted to hit her, and it's so catty. But it didn't help that Jen Fuda was just over there. Not Jen, what's her name? Rachel Fuda was just like, like
with that hair.
It was giving very modern Mean Girl.
Absolutely.
Like, but it was, I mean, it was what it was. Like you said, she definitely got her little pieces in before she said, I don't want to go tit for tat. If I was Jackie, I really want Jackie to stop running away. But she needs to just like dead it, and she doesn't really dead it.
No.
I know she's having her issues, but Jackie can handle her own, and in this season, I don't know why, it's like she's like failing to like stand.
And we've seen it. She's held her own before. Like we've seen her hold her own.
We've seen it, but she's like not standing her ground on much of any of these things as it relates to Marge. And it's just like, well, girl, what she
knows everything she told.
Well, the thing with Jackie, we've already established this. God bless her. That lady does not like being disliked. Like she has this incessant need to be included in stuff. She got so mad, but I was like, girl, 3 seconds ago you said Envy. I have not been there in months. Right. Like, girl, why are you mad then? But the thing with Jackie, and the reason she can't hold her own against Marge is I think Jackie probably really considered Marge a friend, and Marge considered Jackie just an ally. Through this whole time, Jackie has been very hesitant to really, really say what kind of stuff Marge was saying. She just said, Marge says horrible things. Marge, I'm not the only one. Like, she hasn't really aired Marge out, like we all know she can. Meanwhile, the first chance that Marge got to expose Jackie, she took it. And I think Jackie she's an emotional person. And she genuinely, like, she's hurt. Like, Marge, why are you being mean to me? Like me. But I'm just like, girl, stand up. Go over there with the Latinas, Jen and Teresa. Leave these lip-haired white women alone.
I don't understand why she got upset even in this moment, because she don't really like Melissa. So honestly, why would Melissa?
Because she was left out.
But still, why would she send you anything?
And that's why Dolores was like, girl, yeah.
It wasn't the thing. The thing is, Marge and Jackie haven't been so close. Marge knows what buttons to press to make it spiral and for her to win the argument.
Calling her insecure.
I also think that Jackie was so caught off guard when Marge sent Dolores that screenshot. I think Jackie knows there's plenty more in that phone, and she don't want nothing else to come out,
Yeah.
So
because I thought, why would you go over there? Why would you go over there and talk?
Jackie, for somebody that says that she says all these horrible things, like she's saying all season that Marge says horrible things, then Jackie should have the proof, right? I mean, why she ain't pulling out her screenshot?
Like Dolores said, she was smart enough not to put it in writing.
Yeah. And Jackie's not sharing the proof because Jackie has her name attached to responses to what Marge said.
At this rate,
heart reactions.
Very much a kiki.
Yeah.
So
poor Jackie, God bless her.
So now Jennifer, Aiden, and Dolores arrive, and they're chatting with Jackie and Fessler. they're gushing over Dolores' light up purse. And Dolores tells Jackie she'll get her one, and of course, Jackie uses that as an opportunity to bring up, that, oh my gosh, see, Dolores, you're so nice, but let me tell you what Marge did, and she brings up the whole envy clothing thing. And Dolores says, no, it wasn't like that. Melissa didn't send her anything either, because she said if you would have called her, you probably would have got something. She just didn't want to pressure us to wear something. She was like, oh my gosh, why does Marge say it like that? And in the confessional, Dolores said,
I literally said, what?
And in the confessional, Dolores says, I don't know how Marge put up with this for so years. So, and then Jennifer Aiden also jumps on this opportunity and says, well, maybe she wasn't your friend to begin with,
Like, damn, Jen, not now, girl.
And Dolores gets upset at the fracture in her friend group and says, where do we go from here? And then who walks up with them thin lips and smiling?
Margaret.
Marge walks up and greets the women. And in a shocking series of events that I didn't expect, Jennifer Aiden and Marge greet and compliment each other, which has Dolores saying there's hope yet, And she also makes a big deal that Marge apologized to Jen, admits that she was wrong, but even after Marge did, Jennifer just kept going and going and going.
I was like, Jen, please.
Apologize. And even if you know that the apology from Marge is sincere, just have to take it and go.
Before you get popped again.
So they go to their seats. The fashion show starts. Jen Aiden has some thoughts on the actual show and doesn't hold back in her confessional. She says, who in the world has a fashion show with fashions that aren't yours to begin with? The fashion show ends and everyone congratulates Melissa on a good show. Melissa asked Dolores that everybody behave, and Dolores said, for the most part, yeah, it's really good. Everybody came together for Melissa's show and behaved for once. So, Jamie, I will start with you. What did you think of all of this?
Dolores did that on purpose because she immediately knows Jackie's spiraling over there, immediately acts like she's above it. She's so tired of the drama, so tired of everybody fighting. And the second Marge puts up, she turns around, hey, baby girl, it's so good to see you. Big old hug. She kisses her right in front of Jackie. I felt so bad, but Dolores is going to get her licking on Jackie whenever she can. And one thing that I like about Dolores, she's been playing nice for the last 2 seasons. This season, all right, girl, it's no secret that I really don't care for you. I don't care for you right now. Dolores has become the comedic relief, even if she doesn't mean for it to be. Then I was not expecting Jen Aiden to get in and be fake as hell either, but she jumps right in and is hugging and kissing and you look amazing, my God. I'm like, Jackie wants to go throw up all her lunch right now. She is sick of this. I felt bad for Jackie, but she's just standing there waiting for a hug and a hi. Waiting for a hug and a hi.
And she never gets Cortez.
That whole little segment was so funny, just in general, because it was really Jen and Marge for me when they were sitting in the fashion show. They
so pretty,
so good. No, you look some like
it was very good.
I was so confused. I didn't know what was going on, but what I do want for Jen now. I like Jen. I've grown to like her. We saw that she was allegedly trying to make steps towards a friendship with Melissa. So leave this damn girl, her damn fashion show alone. She invited you. She didn't have to do that. I'm not siding with Melissa, but we know their relationship is still, it ain't really all the way there. So girl, just shut up. But Jen is gonna be Jen. I mean, she's just gonna be Jen. And it was entertaining to watch. But of course, if there was a reunion, which we're not getting, and Melissa saw that, she'd be like, see, this is why I don't fool with this hoe. Because she couldn't.
And she'd be right.
And she'd be right.
I would hate Jen for making me side with Melissa.
And she would be right because Melissa has not taken digs at Jen since they agreed.
She has not.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. Actually,
right after, right?
Yes, right?
Yes.
Actually, the scene ended and then she talked a little bit. But it was like she downplayed the conversation. She didn't talk any trash about it. So that's what I'm saying.
Jen has been going.
Yes.
But she's consistent.
Yeah, they won't stop. She will not.
And
stop.
I know her and Teresa had a conversation, and Teresa says, "I want you to go to that fashion show, and I want you to tell me how horrible it is. Just tell me how horrible
I really don't
it is."
think that happened. I really don't think everybody cares about the fashion show.
It wasn't bad.
With
You
the
know,
clothes
I
from
would say this.
Alibaba.
Ben's question was valid. I mean, when it comes to these fashion shows and these things, like, did she design the clothes? I mean, is it a line? Is it somebody? I get what
well,
she's
it's.
saying.
I get where it being like an independent boutique, you're like going to showcase what new, because you don't have a consistent inventory. So you're constantly buying like new inventory of stuff per seasons. But to like promote it as an indie fashion show and it's our annual, I was like, girl, there are 4 seasons. What you carried last spring is not what you're carrying this summer. Like, shouldn't you have some little showcase inside Indie and not at the Sheraton's ballroom?
Like her boutique.
Melissa said that she wouldn't give y'all
like Sutton did. Absolutely.
She said she wouldn't give y'all Savage Fenty fashion
No,
show.
absolutely not. We don't want it.
But no, I don't have anything else. That was it. Them two had me cracking up across to each other. This being so fake. I mean,
fake. And Jackie crying in the corner. God bless her.
It was almost awkward and cringe.
It was.
You look
they
good.
knew what they were doing.
Like, you look good. You look good. Oh no, you look fabulous.
It was so passive aggressive. It was.
Thank God we all look good.
It was like they were challenging each other to like see who's gonna be the first to like crack, and the voices just kept going up in an octave, and the smiles kept getting more and more taut. It was great. That was Housewives. That's the kind of Housewives I like. Be fake as hell on camera. I love this. Let your passive aggressiveness seed through the camera.
Yeah. So, moving along, because we haven't been to fashion shows for stores.
I have not.
I actually have. I've done a couple of charity events for some stores when I headed up an organization.
Did you pay yourself back for your time?
Baby, please.
Absolutely not. It was an AIDS organization. All the money went to the people that needed it.
All right. So now we have Teresa getting ready for her event, and she's with Melissa Feista. And Teresa makes sure to point out that it is the good Melissa, not the evil beep that married her brother. 10 episodes in, I'm gonna allow Teresa a dig. We 10 episodes in. This is the first actual dig she's taken. I'm gonna allow it. We then cut over to the Kids Bop music video. Her father is a no-show. Again, the complication from the eyelid surgery and shampoo the grass. And she's sad about it, but on the bright side, her kids aced the video. They aced her performance.
The kids are cute.
And it looked like it was real cute. So then we head back to Teresa's event, and we see Jackie, Fesla, and Aiden chit-chat for a bit. Teresa notices them and walks towards them, and Teresa was looking fabulous. They let her know that they came early so they could chop it up with her, ease her nerves and stuff. And they start talking about the show and its theme, which is finding my peace. Teresa said it's a lot going on for her with Louis X and their circle. Not anyone here. Just letting us know who it is, but they're pushing forward. Dolores walks up, greets everybody. She's having, some chit-chatting there. I could tell that Dolores really didn't want to talk to Aiden and Jackie. I just saw it all over her face. So as soon as the doors opened, Dolores said, "Oh, we got to go sit down. Let's go get our seat." So, the doors open, people begin to file in. And we have a special cameo by the Queen of Real Housewives of New Jersey herself, Queen Dorinda.
Drunk.
And then we hear some ominous dark music, and we see Danielle walking in. So surprisingly, she makes it. Danielle greets some of the women, and Jen looks like she just seen a ghost. And Jen Adam begins talking about the incident with Danielle within earshot of Danielle, and whoever that
random woman was
says, "Oh my gosh," she just says she was going with it. She's within earshot, and Danielle hears her, but this, I think her talking about that is what caused Danielle to go at her later in the thing. So the event begins with Teresa reading from her diary, emotionally saying, I'm paraphrasing, but she was taught at a young age, family is sacred. She says a few more things while becoming emotional. It ends with her saying, you have to cut those people off. So I'm assuming we know who that was referring to. she says some more stuff, but it just gets cuts out. Teresa's show wraps up. And before we get into the final drama, Cortez, you have anything about this segment?
I just want to say that Jen got really loud when she knew that Danielle was there.
Yep.
Because the way she was talking to that person, whoever that lady was, it's like she was telling a story, and it couldn't have been a better time that Danielle walked behind her. She was like, she called me a fucking cunt, bitch. She was just going. I was like, I know everybody on the
She got louder.
Oh, she got much louder, way more vulgar. And some of the things that she said, I don't even think Danielle said. I think she added some stuff to it. Because I'm like, did she say all that? I mean, she was accurate a little bit, but I was like, did they cut something? Because I don't think they cut anything from that part. But yeah, I just want to say she was definitely performing, especially when she found out she was there. Now, she was scared because the face she made.
Very scared.
She was very scared.
Get this mic off me. I'm scared. I want to be here.
That, but I was also wondering, why was she scared? She was literally just in the same room with her at the fashion show. And you weren't scared there. So why be scared?
I think she wasn't expecting her to be there. And I think that's what threw her off, because she literally in the previous scene told Teresa, well, at least I don't have to see her twice.
Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom.
Baby,
I got diarrhea. I gotta go.
Okay.
Teresa reading her diary. I don't know if y'all remember that scene from years ago whenever, what's her name? Lauren Manzo said, do you write your own blogs? And it flashes back to Teresa on her Mac computer saying, I hope everybody likes my blog this weekend. Knowing damn well she didn't write that blog.
That was her diary.
Baby.
And she was, the way she said, she was like,
Teresa was struggling to read.
Sometimes you have to let go of pain. Sometimes you have to let go. I was like, oh my God, sound it out, baby. Sound it out.
I'm not being funny, but when you were sounding it out, I was like, Gia doing her rap was better than.
No, for real. Like the lady that was on the stage, it's almost like she was like, "Get it out,
get it out, baby." I know. Teresa got embarrassed when the teacher made her come and read in front of the class. God bless her. Put it on the audiobook.
Never wanted to read in front of class.
Put it on audiobook. It's fine.
So Teresa's ears were red that day. Like,
red.
Oh my gosh! I was just like, "Oh, baby, please end this event."
But that's my girl, and I stuck with her.
There was so many things. She said, the podcast is about finding peace. I was like, have you? She's like, I found God. I said, when did that happen? Like this, there's a lot of things going on, Teresa. You look amazing. Thank God. Kim D part 2 that was over there co-hosting.
Yeah.
My God.
Rapid Cortez.
Okay, first we were 1, and then we were 2.
Wake up in the morning. That was iconic. That was more iconic than the party. I don't care what nobody said.
I need a dance remix immediately. Yeah. Get Zach Fox to remix this and let's go.
So, the ladies, what is going on here, honey?
What is happening? Sound it out, baby. Sound it out.
The ladies go backstage, and the first thing we see is that Teresa is extremely happy that Danielle made it. Teresa then explains the theme of the cathedral, and Danielle tells Justin that she's shocked it didn't burn down with her in it, and I laughed.
Because it was so unprovoked. Like, Danielle, my God.
I laughed. I'm sorry.
It's just really quickly, it was just the way Jen, her face.
She said,
because Danielle was like this.
She was like, oh, wow.
Danielle was so calm. She said, I'm surprised it didn't burn with you in it.
Yeah.
That was so funny. But, Teresa jumps in saying she wants to help them fix it. Jen says no. Teresa, the answer is no. There's certain things you can't fix with people, and tells Teresa, don't you have people you can't fix things with? I said, okay.
Danielle got a little bass, or she got a little bass in her voice.
No, I get it. It's still fresh. And Jennifer firmly yells, no. Like she gets loud and says no. And Dolores jumps in, like Switzerland, and says, hey, tonight is about Teresa. And she reminds Teresa that she has to get back on stage. Danielle walks out.
No, she don't.
No, she don't. No. Please, she don't.
Danielle walks out. but not before she looks at Jennifer Aiden and says, "And by the way, you look like shit." And Aiden says, "So do you. You look like a clown."
Let her go, Danielle. Let her go.
And Danielle leaves. And Jennifer gets all riled up, says that nobody said anything when Danielle said that. And, you know, she's talking loud to Teresa, but it looks like she's yelling at her. And then Dolores jumps up and says, "Yeah, but you don't yell at Teresa."
You don't yell at her.
And then she says, "I'm not yelling. Come on, look. Come on, Dolores. Come on, Dolores."
That was so funny.
She says, "I'm yelling at Teresa. I am just, you know, venting." And Teresa says, "I get it. And I'll stop trying to have y'all reconcile." And it pretty much ends there. Before I go into the comments, Cortez, could you put the link in for the?
Oh my God!
Yes, I was crying.
There was so much.
Jamie,
the icing on the cake for me, in the middle of all the screaming, is Jackie and Fessler grabbing their pocketbooks and saying,
they hit it. They did not want to be
"Baby, they hit that. They booked it so bad.
They didn't want no
Oh my God! They didn't want no parts
of that fight.
Oh my God! That Danielle, thank you for your service. I'm not a fan, but thank you because you keeping it going. Says Jen really thought it was going to be a cute party. She was not ready, and Jen has a mouth on her. So to see her gagged a little bit and not like knowing what to say to somebody, like Danielle got her. Danielle tore her up. Please, Danielle, leave her alone. Let her go. Let her go.
And by the way, you look like shit.
It was the smile afterwards. She said,
"It was her smirk. It was so."
Oh my God!
Into her,
shit, like, you look like.
He actually
shit.
Got in her face again when she did.
Oh my God!
Cortez.
It's just okay. The audacity of Danielle. Danielle telling anybody they look like shit. Tacky ass.
She's on every tweet, every rhinestone.
But it's just this was just so funny to me because, like I said, usually this type of what Danielle is doing is like usually Jen. This is what Jen do, and I think, like I said, Jen came to this event. She wasn't expecting Danielle to be there, and I think she thought she got the upper hand earlier by being loud about what was happening. But I do think that Danielle, honestly, I think production told her, "Girl, go to that event because she to be there and act the fool," and she definitely did that. The look like shit took me out. The way she leaned over her, I mean, Jen did not look like shit to me, honestly.
Because why would you say that?
Right?
Why would you say that right now?
Right. But the funny part about it to me was that when I saw the preview, I thought that, you know, something really happened for Dolores to get all hype. And Dolores, if anytime she wants to pick a side and defend somebody, she defended somebody because she thinks they got loud at Teresa. I was like, really?
She don't like Jen. She was just waiting for anything.
Right.
Any reason to jump down Jen's throat.
You could clearly tell she wasn't yelling at her. She was loud. She was upset because she didn't want them to try to rekindle their, you know, she was like, let it go. But it took me out because it was so dramatic.
I just said, not Dolores defending Teresa loudly like that. I was like,
that's what you're not gonna do. Don't yell at her like that.
But you know, the funny thing in the commercial, like
I thought it was about Danielle.
Yeah, it was.
Me too. Me too.
But they were deceptive because when Marge was talking with Dolores at her house, and Dolores said, "You can fuck off." Excuse me. You know, I thought that was towards Dolores, the way they edited it. So they really baited us.
As they do.
It was that last event, you know, even, you know, seeing Teresa struggle reading the diary, her saying she looked like shit and Dolores, like that was really funny to me. That was Housewives. I don't lie.
These girls,
my favorite, but she kind of ate this little scene up with the church comment and the "you look like crap." Like she kind of ate it up.
These girls get up in there and act a fool, and she did.
they get a little crunchy, curly, wet and wavy ethnic hair in them, and they do not know how to act when that camera comes on. Dolo got it. Jen got it.
That's also not good because, as you said, she was back in her face.
She really wasn't her face.
Interesting to have them because they were banned from filming for was it like a week or two?
Yeah,
a week.
A week.
They halted it.
And so it's interesting that they would let her be not in the same room, but get like that was kind of that could have been risky. Let's say
well, that's the difference then in production companies, because certain other franchises production companies work overtime to keep people apart. Them white folk over there, they do not
wanted
care.
around
Let's go. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. Like for them to be trying to say Jersey's the problem, Jersey can't get it together. They're allowing
they provoke it.
Yeah, they're making it happen. Like you can't just blame the girls. They're putting them in these situations because honestly, I'm pretty sure Danielle was not coming to that event. There's no way the damn kid Bob. No, she was not coming
for a 2-hour drive.
She could have planned for that to end earlier and then go in, and then she didn't drove 2 or so hours. Girl, no. Stop.
And she said she was hitting it down the expressway.
Production told her
because she had a bone to pick with Jen. She said, "I got some things to say to her."
No, really. And then and like I said, Jen.
And I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad. I mean, it's good TV, but it could have.
Look at Tracy's comment.
You know what? I kind of think that she wanted.
She said, "People in Jersey just trash." It ain't got nothing to do with the hair. People in Jersey that wet and wavy.
I kind of feel like Danielle wanted Jennifer to swing on her because Jen was sitting down and she would have wore her low.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Jen would have been sitting down, she would have had the height advantage, you know. So,
no, even if Jen was standing up, Danielle would have wore her out.
Listen,
Danielle would have wore her out.
I don't know. Jen said Jen had them.
Jen said that the only way she could have did it, she wanted to pop her.
Yeah,
she wouldn't have, because she got hit with a glass, and she said,
"I just see
didn't hurt, sweetie."
It did. That Cortez, if you'll bring in our good girlfriend.
Okay. Hold on, I'll do it right now. Make sure I like the video, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all been rocking with us too. It's been like, slower, but I've actually enjoyed this.
Me too.
Because I think everybody that comes on here understands that this season is a damn mess. It is foolery, and so we're just gonna have fun with it.
Yeah, the Jersey fans and viewers have been like so much nicer this year. I don't know. Last year they were like great.
Some people haven't been.
All right, I'm gonna let you in. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, darling. How y'all doing? How y'all guys doing?
We're here.
Go ahead and go.
Okay, let me go because I'm gonna tell you guys something. Baby, I truly believe Marjorie is scared of Dolores. Okay, but I also believe that that Margaret got something on Dolores, because I do believe that when Dolores is over there with Margaret, she be talking next about Teresa. I really do believe that. Okay, but I also, like I said, I believe that Margaret is a little bit scared of Dolores. That's a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because Dolores ain't the one you play with, because she will come at you. She ain't scared at all. And it's just like I like the fashion show and all that right there. It was okay, but it was the trip Jen said. It was the trip Jen had said. We see me ain't got no male model this year. Girl, Jen, I don't care nobody say, girl, Jen is my girl, because she give you the one-liners to make you think, oh, that's the guy she was talking about. Okay, then Jen, you gave us some more dirt then, honey. Yeah, that's just a fool. But I'm going to say, let's just go ahead and get to it. Child, now I'm going to tell you something. The little kids pop thing was cute. I like to know. I'm glad her kids are getting into the thing. It was really, really cute. Her daughter and everything. It was really cute. But you was like Danielle. I mean, my girl Jen, she was loud. She was like looking and stuff. But let's be honest now. Honey. Baby, Danielle started that because Jen was sitting over in the corner. One said nothing. She said it should have been burned down, baby. Now that's the time Jen should got up to hold up. Now I don't let you get away by hitting on you throw that glass. Okay, you hit me with that glass. That's the time she supposed to get up and whoop her darn tail. Now you want to start something? Let's start it right here. We're in the Lord's house, baby. I know it's wrong. Yeah, I don't not say it. Yeah, I always know it's wrong to fight in the Lord's house. But that's one time I had to get my lick back. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to whip the witch tail. Okay. And then she get, I'm for real. I'm for real. They don't, no, you hit me in my face too with a glass. Oh, baby, no. I let you get away with next time. And it just all out. Then I don't know why the world Lord's taking up for Danielle for.
Well, she wasn't
Like
taking up
she
for me.
did. I mean, and I understand all of that. Yeah, but Jen sitting out being quiet. Jen still sitting down being quiet. You walk out the door. You say you look like shit. What? Oh, baby, let me go after this chick, babe. Because, baby, believe me, lovable Lisa is lovable, okay? But once you hit me with a glass, baby doll, all hell finna break loose.
I believe that.
And
I
that's the
absolutely
bottom
believe
line.
that. I
I'm
believe
with
that.
her.
You go for
Because
love.
Lisa,
I'm a non-violent.
you've cussed me out a
I'm a
couple of times
non-violent.
on the show, Lisa. You done cussed me out.
And you cuss
Well,
that
that's all in
face.
good love, though. Okay, that's all in good love and fun. Okay, so I'm just saying, though. But somebody put their hands on you. Nah, but it's
But
ain't no love there no more.
Lisa,
Ain't no love there no more.
we
I'm sorry.
love you.
I'm
We
sorry. I'm
will
sorry. I'm
see
sorry.
you next week.
Yeah, because I want to
Bye,
see what
Lisa.
Jen. I do want to see that. I because you got two more episodes left for the final. So
Mm.
yeah, so I want to see what Jan tell Teresa that I really don't. I hate they finna mess up their friendship over Danielle because Danielle ain't worth it. She really
Mm,
is not worth it.
Yeah.
mm.
I'm
So,
sorry, but
all
I
right,
will
Lisa,
see y'all
we love
next
you.
week.
We're gonna see you
Love
Bye,
next.
y'all too.
Lisa.
Good
Bye
night,
bye.
Lisa. All right, we got another caller to join the next.
Yes, we have another special caller. She messaged me on Instagram wanting to make sure that we was all gonna be here tonight. So
We are here.
bring her
You was looking
Indigo.
for us, Indigo.
Indigo.
How are you?
Love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. Now, I would say I miss you guys, but I can't say that because I tune in every week. Just because you don't see me on here doesn't mean that I'm not watching you and supporting you.
Yeah,
Okay?
we know it and we love it and we love you.
I love you too. I love you more. Now, let me tell you something. I am going to hit you with a question that I would like for each of you to answer. And it's a serious question now.
Oh
Okay.
God.
All right. So we know and we're going to acknowledge that Bravo has this season of New Jersey, right? And we're seeing Melissa and her champ film. We're seeing Teresa and her champ film. And then seeing the ladies like swish back and forth and go to everything except for Marge. Marge is not into Teresa stuff, and I understand why. Okay, so I'm just saying all of this to bring my question in. Now it's a two-part question. The first part is honestly, how do you guys feel that about how it's working out with them splitting? Okay, now before you answer that, because let me say my answer. I think it's okay. Now, I was against it. I was very much against it at first. I said this is so bullshit. I feel like this is some bullshit. Ain't gonna work. This is not how Housewives supposed to be. Like I had all those feelings. And I mean I was cussing Andy and all of them out in my mind very bad. Okay. Um, but after watching it, I was like, I think I like this better.
So,
Unpopular opinions. The
so we're
thing
gonna
about
let
it is
women
that they
first answer your question, Indigo, because we gotta get out of here
okay,
soon. So we'll let,
okay, all right, all right.
who do you
But
want
they
to
were
answer?
who don't want to see it. So my question, the first question is, how do you guys honestly feel about them separating it? Number two part is, how do you feel if they were to take this model and do it for all of them if need be? Example, Nene and Kenya. If they were to separate them into two different camps, and people, that support Kenya go to Kenya stuff. People who support Nene go to Nene stuff. And the wishy-washies in between go to in between. I think that would have worked. I think that would be a better state for Roa that is in now. And I know we're not talking about Roa, but how do you guys feel about this model of the separation being in New Jersey? How do you feel like it's working in New Jersey? And how do you feel if they were to implement this going forward?
So I'll take the first part, Jamie Cortez, when you take the second. I'm not a fan of it. There's times when I like it because I don't have to hear the small arguing, but I'm not a fan of it because sometimes it feels like I'm watching two different shows. And part of what I like about Housewives is when they all get together. But usually when that happens, there's always hope for some resolution. In this case, we know that the factions, they're just not deciding. I'm not a fan of the split reunion the way they're bamboozling us. I feel like we're being cheated out of a lot, even if there is no resolution. I feel like we've watched this show for 14 seasons. Like, if there's no resolution, let us see that. Let us see how it ends. They say we're going to get that the final dinner, the last supper. That's fine. But yeah, I'm not a fan of it in the sense of that reunion is going to be like, I'm just watching the after show, the Bravo after show where they just sit and give their opinions. So yeah, I have mixed feelings. For the most part, I'm not a fan of it, but I understand why it's happening. Like, I get it. I get it. And Jamie, you get the second half. Low budget.
You're on mute, Jamie. I don't know why you muted yourself.
I put it on mute because I'm over here clearing my throat with all this sinus. I'm so sorry. For me, I said this at the top of the season. This is not a sustainable model. I understood why we needed to have it happen. So that way Bravo and the powers that be can kind of see where social media and the viewership and stuff lies. At the end of the season, Melissa can be cut. I'm sorry for our viewers who like her, but ultimately at the end of the season, Melissa has not contributed enough for me to back up this unsustainable model. In all honesty, the people who have saved this season have been Jen Fessler, Danielle, and Jackie. They're the ones who have had conflict and drama that have pushed forward the season. However, they all have ties back to Teresa's side. So ultimately, at the end of the day, if people were going to be let go, Melissa can probably be let go. Bravo and Andy are going to do that. They're holding on to that sinking ship for however long that they need to.
They love Joe.
They love Joe. Joe is keeping Melissa on the show, not Melissa.
Two opposing people. That's what I'm saying, Jamie. When you have two opposing people that you let go of, because I'm not a Melissa fan either, but there are Melissa fans, Joe fans. Like, they're not going anywhere. And I don't understand it either, but I had to accept it. And so then this is what they did. And so, Cortez, can you answer what you would think about if they did that with Kenya and Mimi?
I don't like it at all. I think that's why the show sucks, personally. I think anytime reality TV is not really real anymore, and it's definitely not real for them to be in a group on a show, ensemble cast, and we don't get to see them at the same events. Like, I get it, like at some of the personal events, like say for example, if Teresa had an event at her home, and of course she don't want Melissa in her house, but if she has an event, Melissa needs to be there.
Mm-hmm. And you'll deal with it because your paycheck makes you deal with it.
Deal with and you go, I don't like it. We've seen this before now. This is not for we've seen it on Atlanta. I mean, just think about it. Because when you have those big beefs, like when there's like two main people, I guess in this case, Melissa kind of is main, that have like beefs, it divides the cast. I mean, we just saw it on Potomac, we saw it on Atlanta when Nene and Kenya it's always like it's not good for the show. So I don't like it on any platform, honestly.
Yep.
So you don't think that's a good answer? You guys, overall, you don't believe that this is a good answer to have them separate? I mean,
I think they made a do for this season, but for the long term, I would not. They'd probably lose me as a viewer.
Absolutely, I'd tune out next season if it was this same model.
But Indigo, we love you. We thank you so much for calling in. Don't let it be so long before we see your beautiful face again.
I love seeing that smile.
So, and we will see you next time. Thank you, boy.
Have a good night, babe.
Have a good night.
Let me see. She better come on and host this show.
Okay.
She better have thought-provoking questions.
I live. With that being said, we have no other callers. It is time to call it a night. First, to our viewers, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you to Lisa and Indigo for calling in. Always entertaining us. Thank you to our viewers for in the comments and for the views. You keep the lights on over here at the Lean. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. As Cortez mentioned, he believes Salt Lake City is next and whatnot, but you have to be subscribed to know when we're going to get the alerts when we're going to be reviewing. Cortez, Jamie, thank you for such a fun-filled evening. Per usual, our review is more entertaining than doing the review is more entertaining than me watching the actual show. And
don't talk to her like that.
And it's always because of you guys. And you know, I just have one thing to say before we leave out.
Oh no,
Jamie. By the
you
way,
look like shit.
you look like shit. See y'all next week. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Time to leave out.
Bye.